I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Hurray. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. You here to make war? We surrender. Falsehood. Important things are needed new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework planet. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to BedLife for September. How did it get to be September? September 3rd. Not even September 1st. September 3rd, 2021. God damn, we are almost through 2021. 2021. My God, I still remember when the year 2000 felt like it was going to way in the future. And we were going to have flying cars and magic. And instead, what do we have? We have cell phones that oppress us with advertising and unwanted messages from people we wish we could have gotten away from 20 years ago. This was not the future we were promised. But Mama Pray says it's Friday. Huh? It's Friday. It is Friday. So on the plus side, it's Friday. You can tell that was where Mama Pray was saying. I was going to say, but at least, there's Pornhub. That we were never expecting. Nobody expected that 20 years ago. But that's where we ended up. All the porn you could get, not having to worry about getting cable channels and paying $10 a movie. That was free, but everything else, now it costs a lot more. Wesley Crusher with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Wesley. Says, don't mind the typos. You know what I mean. And I did read ahead in some of the chats, Wes, and I will know what you mean. Thank you for the super chat. 47 Yorktown was first in the chat. He said first, ? Yes, you were first, 47 Yorktown. Not Ryan Johnson says hello and hail Karoga. Hail Karoga, not Ryan Johnson. But no, you were not first. And then he saw that I misspelled the word hooray, and he told me that it must be a Karogan word for hate. No, I simply misspelled the word hooray. And yes, today in 1783, September 3rd, 1783 was the Treaty of Paris. Well, there's like 20 treaties of Paris. This was the 1783 Treaty of Paris, the most important Treaty of Paris of all, the one that officially ended the American Revolution, and the United States was officially recognized as its own sovereign country by the United Kingdom, France, Spain, and pretty much all the world powers at the time. And also on September 3rd, 6 years earlier in 1777, the Stars and Stripes flag, the flag we know, the Betsy Ross flag, if you want to call it, even though I don't think she ever actually made the flag, was flown on the battlefield for the first time, but not the last, on this date in 1777. So an important date in American history, and in fact in world history. On this date, back in the 1939, 1940, somewhere, Rambling Canuck from History with R&R, or Professor Brainy Specs, maybe they know offhand. But somewhere around that time, the Allies invaded southern Italy, Sicily, I guess today, on this day, and began their push up through Italy into Central Europe. So it's very possible my grandfather was there. He did fight through Italy, so he might have been there. I don't know the exact details. He unfortunately passed away when I was a teenager, but yeah, that was a thing. So big day, big history day today. Lots of recent historical stuff. By recent, I mean since the United States, since 1776, right? Everything before 1776, that really doesn't matter. Not to say that you people in countries other than the United States don't matter, but, God bless America. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, hail Bird of Prey, hail Karoga, Qapla, West. Not Ryan Johnson says, Bird finally updated the spelling of Hurray. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, hello world, it's Wesley Crusher, everyone's favorite Karogan manager. Karogan Mine Manager. Today we have some wonderful Dear BOP letters to read from Karogans like you, except those by Soft Buddy, F him. And Aravic Sonder with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, Aravic Sonder. Greatly appreciated. And I heard, it's a fang. It's a fang. Yes. Hopefully you saw that. Yes. Yes, you did. It was turned on. Good. Wesley says, but first, here is breaking news on how CBS is effed up Star Trek this week. Then a Mamo Prey story about how she dropped little Joey on his head as a child. I asked Mamo Prey. She says she does not have any stories about dropping me on my head as a child. Now, I don't know if that means that she didn't drop me on my head or that there just is no story to go along with it. Wesley says, son of a bitch, I can't type on my phone well. It's okay, Wes. I got the gist. Richie Poole says, holy crap, it's Friday. Let's party. Indeed. And Richie says, oh, and shut up, Wesley. Wesley says to Richie, what does Wesley say to Richie? Shut up, you two, my buddy. Shut up, you two, my buddy. Got it. And Richie Poole says, yay. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, I am thinking of changing my name to Anti-Tracker. That name being used by anyone, is it? I don't think it is. I believe Anti-Tracker is a wide open name on YouTube now. I don't know that you would want to do it because I'm not sure it has the best reputation, but it is available to the best of my knowledge. Richie Poole says you should do it. Dan Ben, formerly Dan23, says they cast a new actress to play the Borg Queen in Picard season 2. Yes, I did see that, Dan. Thank you. And I know Salty Tracker mentioned it on his stream, and it's going all around the Twitters and the YouTubes. This redhead, I don't know her name, but she probably won't have hair as a Borg Queen. It's quite the waste of well, whatever. She's going to be in so much makeup, you're hardly going to recognize her, likely, as the Borg Queen. Yeah, so we're going to have a Borg Queen in season 2 of Picard. So we're going to have, at the very least, 7 of 9, a Q, and a Borg Queen. And God knows who or what else. Oh, and supposedly Guinan. I don't know who else they're going to squeeze in to. Again, season 2 is, again, just 10 episodes. Q is in 6 episodes. The Borg Queen is going to be in, I'd say, at least 4 or 5. They say it's a recurring role. So there's going to be a lot of Borg Queen, a lot of Q, probably a lot of 7 of 9. Where's the room for Patrick Stewart? He's the only thing that made the show tolerable. Oh, and Brent Spiner. Brent Spiner is going to be back, probably as the cyberneticist, not as Data. Obviously, Data's boat has come and gone. No, Data's boat has sank. His role has come and gone, so he can only really return as the cyberneticist. He's going to be in it too, which is just a lot of. I don't know. It's not looking good. And Dave G Sound with the $1 super chat. Thank you so much, Dave G. I appreciate it. I'm sorry. I just wanted to finish that thought before I got to it. But yes, thank you, Dave G. So yeah, I'll be honest. I could have seen if they did the Borg Queen last season. I was kind of hoping the Borg would really not be part of the second season. And we also know they're going back in time for, I don't know, all or most of the season. So there's going to be a time travel story involving Q and the Borg Queen and the cyberneticist Brent Spiner and Guinan. And, well, Jerry Ryan is she's just part of the crew. And God knows what else. It's already a very full schedule, or a very full plot. Especially, and in this one, they admit that at least they know the ending. At least they knew where this season was going before they started filming it. They did admit somewhere that they had started filming season 1 without knowing what the ending was going to be, which, while it doesn't surprise me having watched season 1, it does surprise me that in a season that's only going to be 10 episodes long, you could even conceivably begin filming before knowing how it was going to end. Richie Poole says an early start. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello, guys. Yes. We started, I try to start, I set the stream to start at 4:05, but I do try to start at 4 p.m. and that 5-minute buffer. Sometimes I need it, sometimes I don't. Eastland Burkholder says, is it Friday? Who needs to jump on a pool table today and say, this is how it's going to be? And say, Federation's coming in and we're going to take a piece of the action. Or he could look at this document and say, we, the people. That was a document that dates back, a few years later. It wasn't, we didn't have the Constitution until the end of the 1700s, 1789 or something. First we had the oh my God, the Articles of Confederation. The Articles of Confederation. Yeah, the Articles of Confederation. Those didn't work. We threw those out, and then we got the Constitution. And Indy Tiger with a $10 super chat. Oh, thank you so much, Indy. Says they're going back in time to save Michael Burnham's parents, thus saving us from discovery. Oh shit, Indy Tiger. The $10 super chat triggered kissing Dax. Awesome. Hashtag awesome. Thank you so much, Indy. And that would be a wonderful thing. They're going to go back in time to save Michael Burnham's parents. In fact, it would be even better to go back in time and kill Michael Burnham's great-grandparents so that we'll never have to worry about Michael Burnham in Star Trek or any sci-fi adventure whatsoever. That would probably be an even safer bet. If they go back to 20th century Los Angeles and, a random, ancestor of Michael Burnham is just shot in the street and just make it look like random 20th century, 21st century violence, gang violence in LA, no one will ever think twice. No one will think the timeline was messed with. No one will ever think to calculate out the ramifications it could have had. And Spock will never have a sister. And all will be good in the Star Trek universe. However, Indy, as much as I'd like to hope that happens, I think we all know that is never going to happen. Moxley fan says, Qapla bird. Hope you and the family are doing well today. Thank you, Moxley. Well enough. Eastland Burkholder says, is it Friday? Who needs to jump on the pool table? Oh, I read that. Moxley says, hello to us all. Eastland says, Gangster Kirk cheers me up. We the people, says Moxley. And Star Trek Nitpickers says, Qapla. Star Trek Nitpickers. 47 Yorktown says, stop making me feel old. I'm sorry, 47 Yorktown. Nitpicker says, I was just watching the real Ghostbusters episode, Ghostbusters in Paris. I'm not familiar with that, but sounds fun. Indy Tiger says, hello all in the nerdosphere. Qapla. Again, Indy Tiger. Wesley says, wow, everything we have, and you are glad for Pornhub. I'm just saying that these things happen. And 54.5 Access Radio had a message deleted. It's okay. If I say it, it's okay to say. Don't worry about that. Hashtag yes. Uncle Remus says, Bird of Prey, how do you feel about the Borg Queen returning? I think I already made my feelings known. Dave G. Sound says, hello world. Hello, Dave G. Indy says, and how many of these treaties did France surrender? I'm not sure. Wesley says, message deleted. Don't worry about it, Wes. I can see why. It was better safe than sorry. I get it, but it's not a problem. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz is Qapla, Bird of Prey. What happened in Karogan history today? Well, Karogan history, that's a whole different history. On this day in Karogan history, the great Earl Silly Mutter invented silly putty. In 1826. He was looking for a new soap, and he accidentally invented silly putty. He used it as a soap for like 14 years before he realized he could make bouncing balls out of it instead. Weird. It's a deep history, Krogan history. Very hard to major in. Not many places teach it. Arabic Saunders is right back at you, Dave G. Dave G says to Arabic that he rocks. John Araki says hashtag Hillram finally canceled. Arabic Saunders says Bird of Prey, how come we can see but not hear the super chats? You can see but not hear the super chats. Oh, you didn't hear the all right. Oh, I think I know. I have to turn on desktop audio. Now you're going to hear any sounds the computer makes. Okay, well, there you go. Sorry about that. That's good and bad. It's good in that you'll hear super chats. It's bad in that if my Skype or something makes a sound, you'll hear that too. 54.5 Access Radio says, I guess I deserve that. It's okay, 54.5. Dave G says, well then, it was Impulse. Sorry, no problems, Piano Dean. Welcome, by the way. Arabic Sanders says, what? The Borg Queen and Picard. Interesting. Uncle Remus says, will the Borg Queen go woke? I'm sure it's already happened. John Araki says, Allies invaded Sicily, maybe the Brits. Well, I think it was, I'm sure it was the Brits. 54.5 says, I was pushing it, lol. Don't sweat it. Dave G says, Guinan is Q's mom. I doubt that. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, I would watch Picard just to see Brent Spiner. Well, a lot of people probably will. Uncle Remus is 7 of 9 will scissor the Borg Queen. I don't think so. Wesley says, Uncle Remus, what did you want to say? Dan Ben says, Robert Picardo wanted to be in Picard Season 2. I don't know if he is. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, Picard staff writers. We don't need no stinking writers. And Wesley says, it would be nice to see what EMH Doctor did with his life after getting back. And NB Geek, let's talk, says, here's $2 for a new mop to clean the floor. Oh, thank you, NB Geek. You can get a new mop? Not a new Mamo Prey. I don't know. I don't know if you can get a new mop for $2 either, but you can put it to a mop. It can't be that much more expensive. A floor mop, not a Mamo Prey. Did you have any stories of me hitting my head as a child? No, you didn't, right? I was just double checking. I knew I asked you before, but in case I did hit my head as a child and forgot, I figured I'd ask again. Well, we know that what he did when he got back the first time, he ended up getting married and took the name Joe. So I kind of figure he still does much the same. Arabic concurs he was his favorite doctor. Oh, now, do you mean your favorite Star Trek doctor or your favorite doctor? Like better than any Doctor Who doctor? Because I agree he's better than any Doctor Who doctor, but I don't know if he's my favorite Star Trek doctor. Indy says no worries. Dave Jesus, Captain Braxton killed her for stealing his pencils. CDJ says still doomed to have dilithium destroyed by a tantrum to sad face. Yeah, I mean, that's something they could also work on, like maybe just erasing kelpians from existence. If they just erase the kelpian species, then they can never have to worry about destroying all the dilithium in the universe. Richie Poole says, Dear Sop, Sisopre is not here today, Richie. Sorry. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says, Dear Bob, which number is greater, the number of times France has surrendered or the number of times Bird of Prey has died in Call of Duty? The number of times I've died in Call of Duty, Saul. It is far more than you guys have ever seen. I mean, there were weekends where I just spent several hours playing and dying. I feel like that alien from Star Trek The Next Generation who is unfamiliar with death, and he kills that random red shirt on the bridge. And he says, that's one way to die. Now I need to experience all the other ways to die. It shouldn't take more than half your crew or a third to half your crew. And Worf is like, well, those are acceptable losses or something. Some of the alien pretending to be other crew members say they'd rather take their chances rather than have Picard blow up the Enterprise, auto-destruct it. And because the alien's powerful enough to pretend to be anybody on the ship, but not powerful enough to stop the auto-destruct, apparently. Oh. So I feel like I had to investigate every possible way of dying in Call of Duty, and I'm pretty sure I'm pretty close to finding every way to die in Call of Duty. Being shot, being stabbed, forgetting to open the parachute, falling off a building, falling off a cliff, falling off a cliff while forgetting to open the parachute, holding a grenade too long, crashing in the helicopter, not jumping out of the helicopter before it explodes, not jumping out of your Jeep before the missile locks, being in your car driving over a landmine, and so on and so forth. So once I figured out all the ways to die, getting hit by the train while in a truck, getting hit by the train while in a car, playing chicken with the train, running across the tracks in a mad dash trying to escape the train, going out of the combat zone, driving over a cliff, not jumping out of the helicopter in time and falling into the ocean. There are literally so many ways to die. And I could keep naming them. And I'm sure there's lots of time the French have surrendered, but I think I would run out of French surrenders long after I ran out of ways to die. Jedi Bill says, hello, Brother Prey, Qapla, Brother Warrior, hail, Karoga. Hail to you, Jedi Bill. And for you guys who don't know, Jedi Bill is back. Last night he was on several hours with an insomniac soup, still up at 6 a.m. Eastern. When I woke up, I jumped on his stream. It was him, a new guy I'd never met before, Paula Simpson. We had a good time, and Jedi Bill's back, baby. He's streaming again. So check out Jedi Bill. Make sure you're still subscribed, especially in the overnight hours of YouTube. I'm glad to see there will be a place to go again. Arabic Sonic says, nope, it's been that way for a while, still no sound. Okay, but now there's sound, right? And Thomas Potts is hidden by Bird of Prey. Yeah, you just type that in, Thomas. Dan Ben is smiling. Arabic Saunders is saying Qapla to Jedi Bill. Deej says Jaloja. Hail, Mamo Prey. Hi, Bird. Hi, Sassy. Hi, everyone. Qapla, Deej. Richie Poole says Dear Mop. Well, you can do some Dear Mop if you want. Jedi Bill says hello to Arabic Sonder. Qapla, Brother Warrior. Hail, Karoga. Absolutely. John Aragi says, when is Piano Dean going to make the My Sharona Hail Karoga parody song? I think he's busy these days. Richie Poole says, Deej. Deej says, shut up, Bird. What did I ever do to you, Deej? Deej says hi to Richie. 54.5 Access Radio says, hashtag Pooh Bear Forever. A couple of rabbit emojis to Deej Odyssey. NB Geeks, Let's Talk says, Bird of Prey. We cannot replace Mamo Prey. She is too valuable to the show. Also, we all love her. Aw. Thank you, she says. Arabic Sonic says, yes, the Doctor is my favorite Doctor on Star Trek. Deej says hi to 54.5 Access Radio. And Deej says Tom Baker is better than any doctor anywhere. I would disagree with that, Deej. And I think Alexa would too. Cancel. Pflugerville says Qapla, peoples, Qapla. Pfluger. CDJ says Deej. Tom Baker is a legend, best doctor ever. I see there's a lot of people here who've been brainwashed by the BBC. Deej has hailed a Pfluger and says, sure is the CDJ. Jedi Bill says hello to Pfluger. Arabic says, like that movie, Throw Bird Off the Train. No. He means Mama. Arabic Saunders says, hey to Deej. And Deej says, it's about time Bill gets back to work. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jedi Bill says, thank you. You are welcome. Hello to Deej, says Jedi Bill. Deej says, shame-filled plug. Only 11 away from 700. Help a bunny out, guys. Deej is only 11, how many? 11 away from hitting the 700 mark. Good for you, Deej. 689 subscribers. Please, guys, let's get Deej to that 700 mark. That would be so awesome. 700 maybe by the end of today, but certainly by the 7th of September. 7 for the 7th. Let's get 700 for the 7th. Let's try that. We'll give it a couple of days just to give ourselves a little padding. Jedi Bill says hello to NB. Where are we? We lost. We jumped. Where is it? Shame-filled plug. Where do we have to go? There we go. Jedi Bill says hello to MB Geek. Dave G says hi to Jedi Bill. Wesley says, hey to Jeej and Jedi. Indy Tiger says, the key word in your whole appellation, Mr. Spock, is death. Harry Mudd. Deej Odyssey says, hey to Wes. Jedi Bill says, hello to Dave G. Dee Myers, a.k.a. the Cat Man, says, Bird of Prey, Qapla, how are you and the family? We're doing good. Dee Myers, thank you. Wesley says, he's with Deej. Tom Baker is the best doctor. Wes, you're not even going to say your mother, Beverly Crusher, is the best doctor? Wow. No, I'm not going to have her call mom. Dee says, greetings to the chat. Carlo Albanese says, hey, hope everyone's as well as can be. Qapla, Carlo. Carlo, I just missed you on Jedi Bill's stream this morning. Hail, Karoga. Jedi Bill says, hello to the Cat Man. CDJ says, Genesis of the Daleks. One of the best episodes ever. That's a dirty Doctor Who episode. Dee Myers says hello to Jedi Bill. Wesley wants Deej to paste the link. He did. Arabic Saunders is Bird of Prey. Ask Alexa who the best doctor on Star Trek is. Alexa, who's the best doctor on Star Trek?
Sci-fi rated blocks number focus main cast space doctors in the Star Trek franchise, citing his good bedside manner, relaxing demeanor, and success in caring patients, including those partially gorged.
Well, Alexa told me that Wikipedia ranked Dr. Phlox as the number 2 best doctor in Star Trek, citing his bedside manner amongst other things. Why wouldn't she tell me that? Cancel, Alexa, cancel. Alexa, cancel. She repeated the same thing. For some reason, she's telling me the number 2. She's not telling me the number 1. And that was 2016. And why would Wikipedia be worrying about what a poll said? That's very suspicious. Very suspicious. Darius McMushausen, Qapla Darius. Wesley's Bird of Prey, Dear BOP time. I mean, we could do Dear BOP. It's a little early, but we could do some Dear BOPs, I guess. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says, if I support Deej, will his large number of subscribers corrupt him as it has with Bird of Prey 5? I'm not corrupted. Deej says, I can't be corrupted, executive producer Saul Leibowitz. Dee says, Wesley, what's up? Indy Tiger says, Dr. Tana is my favorite doctor in Star Trek, just as M. Ress is my favorite communications officer. Get it? Because I'm also a cat. I get it now that you're a cat. I got to say, Dr. Tana is probably my favorite character on Lower Decks. Exacious or Zaxis. I know we were told how to pronounce this. Zaxius says, hello, Bird of Prey, Qapla, hail, Karoga. Hail, Karoga to you, Zaxius. Arabic Saunders says, sounds logical. Red Cranium 5696 says, hello, Bird of Prey 5, Qapla. Red, is it cranium or did I misspell? Red Cranium. Yeah, cranium. Carlo Albanese says, Bird of Prey, you might want to check out Jedi Bill Insomniac Soup about 4 hours and 5 minutes in. 4 hours and 5 minutes in. Okay. I will try to do that. Arabic says, Alexa doesn't want to reveal that she thinks The AI is superior to the EMH. Bye for Doug Hobbit says Qapla, Qapla. Thomas says Deej works for China. Of course he does. Of course he does. Okay, so let's yeah, let's did I set up Dear BOP? That's a good question. That would be a good question to ask. Of course I need to set this up. Properties. There we go. Oh, also, give me a second here. Okay. And we're gonna bring this up. And let's put the camera back on so that you can see me. Hello world. Okay. So we're gonna do some Dear Bops. Now, after Dear Bop, I do want to talk about a couple things. We'll see. Let's see what goes on. Dear Bop. I am just checking to see if you are sleeping while reading this. If so, please state the following. Well, I'm not sleeping, so I'm not going to state the following. I will, however, read it to myself. I owe everything to Kurdistan, all my worldly and not so worldly assets. I therefore grant all my assets to you. Thank you. We will have a plaque with your picture and donation on the wall of the Kurdistan Embassy in Karoga. Okay, there is no Kurdistan Embassy in Karoga because we don't recognize your right to exist. So yeah, no embassy. There's no. I don't know where you think you've been sending. I mean, we get the packages that you've been sending to your embassy, but you have no embassy here. So I don't know what you think is going on. And I know you certainly aren't getting messages back from your embassy. So you should probably send a security team to check on your so-called embassy. Deej says Bird of Prey is a pack lad. No, Deej. Deej, why? Why, Deej? Why? Get two, Deej? Really? You? Dear Bob, I was wondering if I could obtain a fecal specimen from you. I am working on a special project that collects bacteria from all the great leaders of YouTube. I've already received submissions from Deej, Captain Track, Salty Tracker, LDG, his was very stinky, Jedi Bill, Kronos, Doomcock, and Life with Matthew. We will be sending a special collection holder to you in the mail this week. Please poop in it at your convenience. Thank you in advance. No, that's not. God damn it. You see, this is why we can't have nice things. You could have signed it any fucking name you wanted. Okay? It's clearly not from Rock Solid. And here I thought I was honored to be considered one of the great YouTubers up there with Doomcock and LDG and Kronos. And Kronos. Yeah, no, another fake Dear Bop. You know what we're going to do with fake Dear Bops now? They're going to be evaporated, deleted, not archived, just wiped from existence. Darius asks, the 8-ball, is Bird of Prey a pack lid? And it says, I won't recommend it. Lol. And Arabic says, Bird has no idea who Beefer is. This is true. I have no idea who Beefer is. And I got a text message. Let's see. What's the text message? When am I going to scan down quickly at the names? Okay. Okay. I will scan down quickly at the names. So that's Salty Trekker. I read that one. Yvette. Dear Bob, hi Bird. I wanted to send you a gift in the mail, and I think I found the perfect item. Are you okay with me sending these to you for being the most splendid Star Trek expert on YouTube? I think you will look brilliant in them, and please send me a photo of you wearing them. Now, you see, the way she said, I think you'll look brilliant in them, that tells me it was really Yvette. I hope you like them, sweetie. Let's see, it's an Amazon link. Robe Factory men's Star Trek repeat pattern boxer shorts, sets of 3, multi-small. Yeah, engage. It's not that I wouldn't wear these. It's that A, they're small, and I need like at least 2XL. And B, resistance is futile. And B, the truth is I just don't wear boxers anymore. So I appreciate it, but yeah, that wouldn't be something and I certainly couldn't send a photo. So I appreciate it, but not gonna happen. And that was for saying I work for China. Okay, Deej. Okay, Deej, I see what you did there. Okay. Understood. Yvette, I am honored but can't accept. Okay, ST. Dear Bob, what the hell is Edward Scissorhands supposed to be? A robot, a cyborg, an android, a golem, a zombie, a magical creation like Pinocchio? What the fuck? How did that creepy old inventor father of his make a sophisticated talking boy robot in the 1980s? Been bugging me for like 20 years. Damn you, Tim Burton. Thanks, ST. I'm gonna be honest. I hate Edward Scissorhands. I watched it once, never again. Never again. Okay? I don't know how anybody watches Edward Scissorhands more than once. I don't know why anybody would ever want to watch it. Okay? If it was me, I would have used my scissor hands to destroy the film and then poke myself in the eyes and die. It is terrible. And Tim Burton, I don't hate all Tim Burton's work. The Nightmare Before Christmas, at the time it came out, I thought it was brilliant. And for a decade later, I loved it. However, as an adult in my 40s, when I've since tried to rewatch it, I can't get into it. It's just unwatchable. But I will admit, in my 20s, I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. But I can't get into it. So I don't think Tim Burton is a hack. But Edward Scissorhands, horrible. Horrible. No annual Edward Scissorhands for me, Richie Poole. I would sooner watch Crystal Skull. I would sooner watch Crystal Skull and Star Trek Discovery than Edward Scissorhands. That is how far down I put Edward Scissorhands. Protein Tozu. Hi, just want to give you a quick heads up and let you know a few of your pictures aren't loading properly. I'm not sure why, but I think it's a linking issue. I've tried with 2 different browsers and show the same results. What? On birdopray5.com? I don't know what the hell protein terzo is. I think this is just spam. Oh, well, there is supposed to be. Oh, I bet that's being blocked because of the ad blocker. Huh. I think there is. Huh. There was an image here that's supposed to load. It's for the VPN I use. I bet I bet the VPN company is blocking the image or change the URL of the image. Huh. That's weird. I'm surprised anybody even noticed. Okay. Well, thank you for whoever sent that and noticed that. I appreciate it. I will look into it. I don't know. I mean, I know it was working last week, so I'm kind of surprised. Thank you. Gary. Okay, we know this isn't Gary, but we don't know. They're not saying rock solid, so this could be any Gary. Dear Bob, my name is Gary and I watch your channel all the time. I think you are fantastic, and I also like a lot of other content creators who interface with you. So here is my question to you, oh wise sage. I like this guy. So I'm having a sleepover of all my nerd friends this weekend on Saturday night. We are going to stay up late, do each other's hair and makeup, and watch reruns of TOS and then the creature feature Scary Movie. But I wanted to know which late night gown you think would be most appropriate for me, especially for this nerd sleepover. Would you review these gowns and let me know which color you think might be best for me? And there's an Amazon link. Thank you, and please be sure to check out my channel sometime, as I occasionally have some interesting content. We're all about cool gadgets, the latest technology, and make sure you get the best value for your money. Take care, Gary. Gary, you didn't give me any link to your YouTube channel, so I have no way of finding what your YouTube channel is. And forgive me for clicking on a nightgown. Oh man. Actually, that's an awesome nightgown. If only Gary was a woman's name, that would be something. This is the Uhura. This is the Captain Kirk. Oh man. Oh man. Look at that. You can see that leg. Oh, fuck it. And the Spock. Oh, ooh la la. Look, her ears even look a little pointed. Oh boy. Oh my, says Arabic sound. Oh my, indeed. Yeah, let's look at this without the Dear BOP content in front of it. Star Trek original series, women's junior costume, Raglan sleep shirt, nightgown, pajama top, Uhura, Kirk, or Spock, 214 ratings, 4.7 out of 5 stars. Oh my, and this is the red one. Oh my, indeed. Oh, from the back. Oh, there's a different lady, not as attractive as the first. Oh, but bare feet there for people who like that. She doesn't have brie feet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Let's check out the Captain Kirk. Phaser set to awesome. What is this? P jammy sizes. Infant? What the fuck? Toddler, kids, juniors. Okay, women's. XS, S, M, S, M, L, XL, LXL, and XXL. Why do women's sizes all seem so fucking stupid? Okay. There's small, there's medium, and then there's small/medium. There's large, there's extra large, then there's large/extra large. Anyway. Andy Tiger says Gary is a woman's name. Haven't you heard? I don't believe it is. Red is good, says Richie. Yeah, red is good, huh? Red's pretty good. I don't know. I might like the yellow better. It's almost got a see-through quality. So I'll be honest. Well, I don't. I'd go with the yellow, but if anybody actually wants to buy any of these, please go ahead and use my Amazon affiliate link. I'd appreciate it. I'd get a little kickback from Amazon for any purchases made using that link. I'm just curious, what are the reviews like? Like, what? Okay, let's see. Let's see what the ratings are like. Perfect for cuddling up to watch Star Trek with my honey. I thought this was a junior size product. I think I read too many reviews elsewhere and confused. So I ordered a large. It was too big. I ordered a medium. It fits perfectly. I am usually a size 6 to 8, thin, lightweight fleece, but surprisingly warm and very soft. Very happy. 3 people found that helpful. It's small. It's way too small and it's hot to wear. 2 people. Comfortable retro pajamas. Our family loves to watch Star Trek together in the evenings. It's been fun to get all comfortable in our comfortable Star Trek pajamas and watch. The long sleeves are nice for warmth and comfort. They are really nice quality. All of my daughters love them. What? These aren't family pajamas. Sleeves too long. What are the people who hate it saying? What are the 1-stars saying? There are no 1-star reviews. Wow. No 1-star reviews? It says 1%. Huh. Okay, what do the 2-star reviews say? Why? How are there no 2-star reviews? Somebody just said, okay, 3-star. It's small. The worst thing somebody had to say was it's small. Sleeves too long, and it's Star Trek. I like it. Fabric not the best quality. It pilled after the first week, but it's super soft. What? It pilled. I don't know what the hell that means. All I know is that this is like the most best reviewed product I've ever seen on Amazon that wasn't clearly lying to me. Oh my God, just look at those eyes. Lie to me. Arabic says, to be fair, look up the male pajamas. No thanks. And Deej can see the VPN ad on his. So maybe it was just a momentary F up. I don't know why it's blocked here. Okay. Thank you, Deej. So yeah, I would go. I would go with the. I'd go with the yellow. Dear BOP, let's check this out. Oh, this is from Deej. Okay. Dear BOP, oh my gosh, I have the perfect idea to sell a ton of product on the internet. You can tell it's Deej because it sounds exactly like he talks. I want to create a cotton candy merkin. As I'm sure you know, a merkin is a wig for your pubic area and is used in film and also a necessary item for hookers who were suffering from STDs back in the old days. Anyway, that aside, can you imagine the many uses and excitement that would come from a blue or cherry-colored cotton candy merkin? I can foresee lovers using it, and maybe it would work as a great party favor. I'm hoping you are on board with this idea, as you seem to be an intelligent guy, maybe an IQ of 98 or 99. So please get back to me at this number and let's get things rolling immediately. I have all the gear to produce the products now. Deej Odyssey of Candy Merkins Inc. Well, Deej, if you've got the way to produce, you should just go ahead and start. You shouldn't wait for me. Deej says, you realize that girl is 16 at best? No way. That girl is not. That she's 18 at least. Okay, they're not using 16-year-olds in their advertising. Wesley says 100% polyester. I don't know. And Deej says it's not him. Sure, Deej. Sure. Wesley says everyone know Bird's IQ is 100 minus 100. Mama Bray is gonna find the official testing score. It's okay, Mama Pray. It's okay. Oh, and this is from the son of Deej. Dear Bob, I know you have people writing who pretend to be others, but in this case, I am me and there is no shenanigans here. This is real and I hope you will treat this request with respect. I caught my father yelling at the TV last night when he was watching a show. I swear I thought he was going to throw a brick through the TV screen and smash it into pieces. I heard my dad yell, "You stupid." Well, I don't know if I can say that. And she is such a bean flicker, as he was watching the Rachel Maddow on some news program she does. I guess she was going on about how proud she was that Biden did a great job of pulling us out of Afghanistan. Anyway, my point is, do you think I should get my dad into anger management program? I have a feeling that he's only going to get madder as the days go on and more bad stuff happens. Thank you, and I truly thankful for a reasoned and appropriate response. Sincerely, Steve Odyssey, son of Deej. Steve, yes, you absolutely should get your father into anger management. The sooner the better, buddy. He's gonna need it. He's gonna need it. It's good that you're so proactive and that you care so much about your father. It's very nice. No, it's not pick on Deej Day. They're trying to help Deej. Deej says, I have no kids. Poor Steve. Poor Steve. Even on the internet, Deej can't admit. Dear great leader, Berto Prey 5. Karogan Miner number 501 here. Thank you for the toilet we got last week. It works good. I wanted to ask, is it normal for my poo to be green and kind of glow? I don't want to be sick or sent back to Kurdistan. Please, great BOP, what should I do? Hail, Karoga. Hail, Karoga. Don't worry. Our doctors will keep an eye on you. And if they notice any problems, they'll take care of them. Just keep reporting to work at the regular time like you always do. There's nothing, no problems. It'll all work itself out. Arabic says, not until he adopts Charlie. Wesley says, Deej, what about charity? Richie Poole says, Deej could use some Rachel Maddow. And Deej says, I would make some with some help from Dear Mr. Joe DiBiase, also known as Berto Prey 5. Let's see, Chrysler. I am Michael Manley, the current managing director of the North American operations of Stellantis and CEO of Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. It has been brought to my attention of your health situation that your love for a Jeep sports utility vehicles. We are looking for people like you to air in an upcoming commercial. If you would read a few lines for us on one of your live streams so you get the feel of how your voice sounds, we will look into hiring you to be the voice for some of our Jeep 2022 commercials. If hired, you'll be paid well for your time and receive a new Jeep 2022 Jeep Wrangler of your choice. Here are the lines, sir. Please read in a deep, manly voice. Jeep, the toughest four-letter word on wheels for the driver who doesn't like to stop and just keeps going because they've run out of road. Potholes and bumps and ruts can come as they will. Jeep's welded, rugged, riveted frame takes punishment in large doses and comes back for more. Head out to where the real fun begins, where the paved road stops and the mountains begin. No need to stop or slow down. Just drive right into that mountain. Buy the all-new Jeep Wrangler today. Son of a bitch! Or I can do it. with a little personal flair. Boy, Jeep, the toughest 4-letter word on wheels for the driver who doesn't like to stop and keeps going just because they're being chased by dingoes. Potholes and bumps and rusts, and they can come and they will. Jeep's welded, rugged, riveted frame takes punishment like a crikey in large doses and comes back for more like a boomerang. Head out to where the real fun begins, your local Outback, where you can get $12.99 Outback Special Extra Lobster Tail for just $7.99. No need to stop or slow down. Just honk the horn and we'll throw your food to you. Drive right by into that mountain. Buy the all-new Jeep Wrangler today. Yes, it's even available in Australia. Son of a bitch. Deed says he doesn't watch Rachel, mad cow. And Deed says, yes, Bird is creeped out. Poodock goes, no. Wesley says, oh God, please save us from Ozzy, oh pray. Deed says, son of a bitch. And Richie Poole says, well, there goes any hope of Jeep making inroads into the Australian market. Dr. Scotty says, that is dead on Australian. I had to double check who that was saying that Jeep thing. Yeah, they also had me guest star on Lower Decks this past episode. We will contact you if chosen for this offer. Payment will be negotiated and handled by a financial team. Please do not try to contact me. Mike Manley, CEO of Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. It's okay, Mike, anytime. Just send me the check. And Arabic says, great, now I want coconut shrimp and a bloomin' onion. Boy, my work is done. You know my cousin Dibs, he streamed today, and he said Popeyes had the best biscuits ever. And I said, what about Red Lobster? And he said he's never had a Red Lobster biscuit. I told him he had to go get a Red Lobster biscuit today. I love Outback. Don't get me wrong. I like Outback. But Red Lobster biscuits, in fact, Red Lobster in general, is better than Outback. You're not on camera. Dear BOP, I work for the city's water board, and we need to let you know that the recent storm uncovered some blockage of the sewer drains coming off your property. Fecal matter and toilet paper was found to be in your sewer pipes, and therefore we need to assess a penalty. Due to excessive waste from your home, the New York Water Board will be assessing your home an extra fee of $1,250, and it's payable by September 30th. If we don't receive a payment in a timely manner, please be advised the city will be instructed to close the valve on the main sewer drain coming from your home. You have been warned. Buster Hyman. VP of New York Water Board, Super Waste Division. You know, Buster, if that is your real name, I'm honestly not all that surprised. This does sound like an official New York City mailing. And I have no doubt that in time we will be getting letters like this for using too much sewage. They were already considering sending letters like this if you put out too much garbage. And Arabic says, yes, cheddar biscuits rule. Popeyes suck. Popeyes don't suck. Don't get me wrong. Popeye has some good biscuits too. But Cheddar Bay biscuits by Red Lobster are just clearly superior. Yeah, it's different than what British people call biscuits. House sale and purchase from Gary Katzer. So this is rock solid. Just when I thought I had all the answers, someone goes and changes the question. Monday at 7:45, I get a call from my agent. The couple that were going to be buying my house, the husband was coming to the area for a new job. They quit their jobs and sold their house in Kansas City. The company he was coming to work for informed him that they eliminated the position before he even started. Without an income, they will no longer be approved to purchase our house. So they backed out of the offer. Wow. And Michael Manley just donated $5 and got kissing Dax and says, please don't ever do that again. Oi. Okay. Okay, Michael. Mr. Manley. You don't want osteopray. You won't get osteopray. Yeah. Or you get kiwiopray. No. Anyway, so rock solid. So then a Tuesday at 9 a.m., so we had competing offers last Friday. We went back to the other folks who were just offering asking price to see what could be done so we don't lose the house we wanted to buy because the house hadn't sold. At 2:30, the potential new buyer sent an updated contract approved for sale. 3 p.m., potential buyers came up to asking price, but now want us to professionally clean the carpets before closing, provide a home warranty. They want a professional grade microwave, washer dryer that were not listed, included in the sale, asking a lot of other things. Well, professionally clean the carpets, that's not all that much. A home warranty, that's $50 a month for what, a year? I mean, I don't know. That's pennies compared to selling a house. I don't know what a microwave, washer, and dryer, but if you just gave them a few $1,000s off, to be honest, the fact that they'd even come up to asking price, I think you're getting off a little lucky. 3:30, counter offer sent. We'll split the home warranty cost with the buyers, provide a washer dryer from the home we're buying after our closing 4 days after we close. I'll clean in the carpets. I have a carpet cleaner. Take care of majority of the issues on the inspection report, but not all. But they are not getting the microwave. 9 p.m. We were sent an approved contract where the buyers agreed to our counter offer. We signed, and the sale is on again. Out of all house sales, only 5% have a buyer lose their job during the purchase process. But we're back on, but our closing date is now a week later. Why can't life be easier? Oh, Gary. Gary. Let me tell you. So, a few years ago, we sold a wheelchair van that was in terrible condition, and I couldn't really fit in anyway. Okay? And we didn't get anywhere near what we were asking, but we sold it to this person who brought their grandmother, and it's I'm not even going to get into the fact that the grandmother asked to go to our backyard so she could pee. Mom will pray instead let her into the basement bathroom. But like 6 months, a year later, I get a bunch of tickets in the mail because the van has been parked illegally somewhere out on Long Island. The person never re-registered the van in their name. It was still registered to me. Thankfully, I had the bill of sale, and they accepted that, and they undid the tickets. Well, today we got a call from the person who bought the Chevy Avalanche, which was what, 4-6 months ago, a year ago, before the pandemic, right at the beginning of the pandemic. Over a year ago, the Avalanche was sold off to this guy, and he bought it and never thought about it again. He calls today and said, oh, he finally got around to trying to register the truck to his name, and he went to the DMV and he accidentally checked the box to check, and he added that it was a salvage title, and now he doesn't know what to do. He thinks he did online, and he thinks we need to get him a new title somehow. So I let Mamo Pray deal with him, but she was nicer than I would have been. But he knows where we live, so. No, I know you didn't offer him a new title. Yeah, he said we'd write him a letter, but yeah, we have no way of getting him a title. Okay, the car's not been in our hands over a year. It's not our car. He owns the car. It's not our problem. Why the fuck would you call somebody that you bought a car from a year ago thinking that they can solve your problem that you caused yourself? All you did, right. I don't know why, but something was fishy as fuck. Just don't fucking call me. How about that? I don't know what you did, but if all you did was check a box, then use fucking whiteout. I don't give a shit. It's not my problem. But 2 cars in a row that we've sold, 2 cars in a row that nobody's fucking registered in over a year. It's for you. So. Anyway. So. Gary also says, if Whoopi Goldberg comes back in season 2 of Picard, will Guinan call Picard JL? No, I highly doubt it. And Gary says, the Borg, since they have their individuality removed, are the Borg drones the original non-binary characters in Trek? Or because they run in computer code, are they binary? Would they be binary, non-binary? There were definitely non-binary characters before the Borg. Hell, the Binars are binary. I don't think the Borg are original anythings where it comes to gender or binary in that respect. And Gary also says, if you want to get Mop a Mop, I can provide several recommendations based on the company I work for. Gary then also says, you cut deep. On my path to recovery, I actually got out a video today. I even had a premiere. Do you think Dear Leader could come and hang out for 20 minutes to show his love and support? Nope, not at all. Even Thomas Potts came and showed some love and support. Life with Matthew did as well. TST never came to any of my videos, which now leads me to ask the question, et tu, Birdie? When was I didn't even get notification. Okay, you tell me ahead of time. Don't yell at me after the fact. But I am happy you did get a video out. and I'm happy you're well on your road to recovery. Another example of why Ronald Reagan was the best. I've noticed everyone who has for abortion has already been born. Ronald Reagan. That's funny. That's funny. And since Gary also will jump ahead and says, you're a bit out of touch. Normally, especially around here, houses sell for over asking price. Then ask more. Then ask more. Dear Bop, you archive old Dear Bop letter, correct? Can you do Dear Bop's favorite Dear Bops one day? It would be nice to see which ones you like the best from the past. Thanks a lot, pod person. I mean, I could, but I'll be honest, I probably won't, because I would have to read through thousands of Dear Bops, and I frankly don't have time to read thousands of Dear Bops. I appreciate it. The ones I enjoyed the best are ones where I laughed, or we talked a lot, or were in some type of meaningful conversation. Those are the ones I like a lot. It's hard to say, before I read one, and it could vary from day to day. What I might spend 20 minutes on one day, I might barely read through and just give a short answer to the next. There's no real way to gauge it. But thank you. I wish I could. Maybe I should have been doing favorites from the beginning, but we're too far in to go through them all at this point. Karogan Mother. Okay. Dear Bop, my college senior daughter Lisa insists on inviting her significant other to every holiday and to our home when she's on break. This is Lisa's first girl-girl romance, and she thinks she's in love. This girlfriend has zero personality and adds nothing to our family dynamic. None of us can stand her. She is a bitch. How can I nicely explain to my daughter, although she feels one way, we feel another? She honestly thinks she is growing to marry this girl and is very pushy when it comes to inviting her wherever we are. Also, this girlfriend is only going into her junior year. She has 2 more years of school left. Once Lisa graduates this year, she will be 5 hours from the girlfriend. She makes my daughter very weird in a woke way. I'm praying this girl just disappears. It's horrible. If the girl isn't with her, she calls Lisa 10 times a day. Don't you have an uncle that could, take care of her? Thanks, Bop, Karogan Mother. Yeah, if you push her away, what's that going to do? That's just going to make her all the more into this girl. You've got to embrace the significant other. You got to make her your best friend. That'll turn off your daughter. If you need Uncle Paulie services, the problem is Uncle Paulie generally doesn't hit girls. So I'm sorry. Even if they are a bitch. So that might be a problem. Reggie Pools says, Berta, do you even remember any old Dear Bops? Sure I do. There was the Dear Bop that time they asked me that question, and I answered it, and it was funny. We all laughed. Dear Bop, bird, you do realize Dear Bop that was about Star Trek PJs was making fun of Rock Solid again. The channel description was Rox's channel. They were making him to be a female this time. Shaking my head, hashtag time to retire, dear Bops. No, I didn't know they were making fun of Rock Solid. How was his channel description Rox's channel? I liked it, regardless. It was at 12:30. Oh, shared to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. His premiere. At 12:30, I was busy, Roxanne. I wasn't even on YouTube. That's the problem. I wasn't on YouTube. I wasn't on any type of social media at 12:30. You know, I despite what it looks like, I don't sit here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I wish I did, believe me. I wish I did. I know I miss so much content already. I wish I could sit here 24/7, but I can't. You know, you understand, I do need time for other behaviors, including consumption of food and elimination of food and elimination of other, things. These things take time, and not all of them can be done sitting up. So I'm sorry, but yeah. Unless I get a preset time, an appointed time, a heads up, I can't promise I'm going to be anywhere or I'm going to be available at any point of the day without notice that I need to be available. Deej says he doesn't sit there, he lays there. And Deej eats and watches YouTube. Well, okay, I can't eat and watch YouTube all the time. There's other things going on. Mamo prays here. I have doctor's calls to make, phone calls to make, doctors, bed, hospital things to do. These all take time out of my day. I know it seems like none of this happens, like I don't have to do anything, but I'm actually a fairly busy person for someone who's stuck in one place. Richie Fools says, Bird of Prey, if you had a clone, you could attend more live streams. Just a thought. This is true, Richie. Eastland Burkle, this has just arrived. Soft, fluffy biscuits my grandmother made. They were called cat's head biscuits for their shape, but they were not rolled out or cut, but hand-shaped. Deep South USA. Well, those sound delicious. And Gary says, even I knew the PJ thing. They stole my channel description for the Dear BOP too. And maybe you should sit there 24 hours a day, 7 hours a week, 7 days a week. You just think about yourself, don't you? Yes, that's what I do. I sit here and think about myself. Okay. Time to archive those Dear Bops. And now there we go. Oh, hope I didn't delete them all. Okay. Question of Trek. Qapla says, Dear Bob, I sent you a little something in Twitter DM for your enjoyment later tonight. Thank you, Question of Trek. And I did get what you sent last time and watched it and laughed and responded to it. Rock Solid says, hashtag first. Wesley says, Gary rocks. Sorry I missed your stream as well. Eastland says, a cat's head biscuit with a hole poked in it, loaded with sorghum molasses, is divinely great tasting. Wesley is rock solid. I'm sorry. I missed your stream. Richie Pools is Bird of Prey. How dare you have a life outside us? Indeed says rock solid. He couldn't tell your channel description because he doesn't pay attention to your channel. And rock solid wants more Dear BOP. Rock solid, Dear BOP is certainly coming to an end for today. Let's see. Do we even have any more Dear BOPs? Oh, one more Dear BOP from Gary. My videos go live at 12:30 Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So what the F? I didn't know that there was a set time. Okay, well, I'm going to be honest. It's a bad time for me. I will try and make it some of the times, but 12:30 is a bad time for me. Almost all of my appointments start at either 12 or 1, which means I'm either at an appointment or about to get ready for an appointment. So I will try, but like I said, it's not a great time. I don't expect you to change the time for me, but it is good to at least know in advance. I will do my best to try to make one. So Monday at 12:30 is the next video. I will do my best. Professor Brainy Specs says Qapla, Professor. Eastland says I flipped them over at the last minute. Some have crispy bottoms because they do not do the last minute flip. Crisco shortening or lard soft flour. And Rise up, Bird of Prey, why are you lying to me? I am Central Time. So 12:30 is your 1:30. Okay, so now you're lying to me. Like I said, it's at 12 or 1. So if my appointment's at 1, then that's 1 to 2 o'clock. So that's why if you have 1:30, if I have a 1 o'clock appointment that day, I certainly can't be there. If I have a 12 o'clock appointment, I'm usually done by 1, but then I usually be eating lunch. So sometimes I'm on YouTube, sometimes I'm not. We'll keep an eye out and we will try. This Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Well, it's Labor Day. So I don't have, as of now, I don't have anything scheduled for Monday at 1 p.m. However, let's see. It might be the time of day that I use to get washed. See, if I don't have anything scheduled, then I usually get washed at that time of day. So it could be. We might do it later in like today. We're going to do it later in the day. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And if Sisso prays here, all bets are off. But I will try for 12:30 on Monday. And Rock Solid says Bird of Prey hates me. Confirmed. Yeah, you just picked a tough time. Anyway. What do we got? So I guess we're going to call it here, guys. I want to thank everybody. I know this has been this hasn't been my best week. Frankly, I was not feeling good a good part of this week. I am still dealing with heart issues. Thankfully, we have a cardiologist. Thankfully, she's still seeing me, and we're still going back and forth, and we are still on the cusp of getting a new hospital bed, working on the new wheelchair, hopefully get a new CPAP machine. Apparently the doctor forgot to write the settings on the prescription for that. so they're waiting to get that new prescription before they send me a CPAP machine. My numbers have been all over the place. It's I'll be honest, it's not been a great week. My anxiety on a few days, and you guys could see it on some days, or at least hear it in my voice. It was through the roof. My oxygen numbers were worse than they had been. Not as bad, not nearly as bad as when I had the pneumonia, but they weren't as good as they had been a few weeks ago. So I don't know if they're regressing or what. And Wesley with another $2 super chat says, "Take care, Bird. Want a game together sometime?" Yeah, Wes. What do you want to play? What do you want to play? You know, you can Skype me, Wes. Let me know what you want to play and when. Anyway, so I apologize. I know this has been a bad week. Today, honestly, I'm feeling probably the best I felt all week. So hopefully next week will be a good week. And I get back to doing the things. For whatever reason, my Lower Decks reviews had been doing pretty good. The first 3 Lower Decks reviews were all pretty good views for my channel, but this episode 4 review was terrible. The views were there were none. There were basically no views. I don't know why the episode 4 was so bad. The only difference is in that review, I'm not on camera. In the first 3 reviews, I'm on camera talking about it. In this last review, I was not feeling good, so I just did audio without me being on camera. So maybe people want to see me. So hopefully next week I can go back to an on-camera review. We'll see. Maybe that'll help. Or maybe it's just that people are done. Maybe they gave Lower Decks Season 2 a chance. They gave it 3 episodes and they didn't love it, and they're just done with it. Which, if it's true, I understand, but it's a shame. And I know Anti-Tracker and a lot of people have been really pounding the episode because of the sex scene with the Mugatos. And believe me, Indie Tiger with another $10 super chat. Thank you, Indy. You don't have Indie Tiger. Thank you. And he says, "Take care of yourself, Bird." Thank you, Indy. I appreciate it. Believe me, I'm trying. Not only for me, but obviously for Mama Prey. Dee Dee Myers says, "Bird of Prey, sorry to hear about those terrible issues. Keep your head high." You know, it's not terrible, Dee Dee. It's just they've been going on so long that they're dragging. Richie Pools says, "Bird of Prey, hang in there, man, and thanks for continuing to hang out with us in spite of everything." Richie, I love you guys. I really appreciate it. You know, earlier this week, I don't remember who it was, but somebody made the comment that I sounded like Christopher Reeves. And I took it hard because I had thought that particular day, I thought I was sounding pretty good, but maybe I was sounding like Christopher Reeves. And I Googled, and Christopher Reeves, actually I had heard that day or earlier that day or the day before, I had heard on the news a reminder that Christopher Reeves had died of heart failure. And so when they said I sounded like Christopher Reeves, and I thought, geez, he died of heart failure, and he died 9 years after being paralyzed. I'm 12 years. Now, granted, he was completely quadriplegic. I'm only halfway. But, the muscles, they eventually, if they don't recover, they might break down. And so when I heard he died of heart failure, it kind of really freaked me out. It freaks me out to know that I have heart failure, because it is, well, I'll be honest. The 5-year survival rate with heart failure is only 50%. It's 50-50. Now, that's the thing. You can recover from heart failure. I had heart failure 5 years ago, but I recovered from it. Now I got it again. If I recover from it, then things are hunky-dory. All's good. But if I have to live with heart failure, if I'm still in a state of heart failure when they take the next test, which they're probably going to do next week or the week after, 5 years is 50%. It's 50-50. It's not a great outlook. But if that's what it is, that's what it is. And it turned out Mama Prey was right, because I told this to Mama Prey, and she's like, he didn't die of heart failure, Christopher Reeves. He died of a bed sore that never healed and got infected. Now, I have a bed sore that hasn't healed, but thankfully is not infected. And that's thanks to Mama Prey's diligent care of the bed sore. And when I Googled that to double check, indeed, it was a bed sore that caused Christopher Reeves heart failure. So I kind of feel a little bit better. But I do worry and concern myself that, I wish there was a way to just put a scanner over my heart, like in Star Trek, and they could tell me right off the bat, how my heart is doing. Now, we can do blood pressure, we can do heart rate, we can do pulse, we can do oxygen, and I can see those numbers. But actually seeing the, structure of the heart, that needs an echocardiogram, and that's, it takes a while, but it's something they can do at home, but it's not easy. So that's what we're going to have done in the next few weeks. And that'll give us the best estimate as to if there's been any improvement from the change of medication. The problem is right now, to be honest, I definitely feel stronger. So that could just be the fact that the pneumonia is gone. I'm hoping my heart is better somewhat too, but I highly doubt my heart is back to the way it was before I got sick. I just don't feel like it is. And that worries me. Now, as long as it's improving, that's better than nothing. And I feel like I'll know. Next test, at least I'll know. If it's getting better, I can breathe easy. If it's getting worse, then at least I know we need to change meds again. But we'll figure that out soon. Wes, there's no reason to cry, Wes. I just want to tell you guys why I've had a crappy week. And I haven't, I know you guys can tell I have not been performing this week. up to my usual standards. And I do apologize. And on top of that, there's, of course, YouTube drama and whatnot with various people who talk to me about their issues. And I certainly want to help people with their issues. I don't want to not help people. But some people expect miracles that, I can only do so much. I can only do so much, and I'll do my best, but I need time and I need cooperation if it's going to help. Is it congestive heart failure, Admiral? I don't know if it's congestive. Indy says, love you, Mamo Pray. Wesley says, if we only had the MH doctor. Yeah. If we had the MH doctor, that would be something. You had to go down. Okay.
Oh, I do have a very short.
Oh, you have a short Mamo Pray? Okay, I'll put up the camera. Okay. Yeah, come on over. The short Mamo Pray
Yes.
tale.
The other day, I don't know whose stream, whether you were on your own stream or somebody else's, but you were talking about Bart Simpson and the things he used to do, calling Mo and asking for different people.
Seymour Butts. Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, going back years and years and years ago, I was working for an optician. It was a big place, sold eyeglasses, and I was the one at the cash register. People would come in, I'd take their name, either fill out a card for them or they would fill out their own card. So I waited until, and the cards would then go in a pile, and one of the opticians would come out, or the optometrist, depending on who was there that day. There were like 4 different doctors, and they would just pick up the cards and read the name out loud. Okay, I waited until there was nobody in the waiting room. But people would get up and walk around the store looking at eyeglass frames. And like I said, it was a pretty big place. So I wasn't all that dumb to do this when we had customers. But I put a card down, and this doctor came out, and he picks up the card, and he reads, Mr. I wanna sheet. It was funnier then. It really was. And he looked at me, and he knew I was the only one that could do it. And we did laugh, but thinking back now at my age, it was really a stupid kid's prank. And anybody could have walked in the door while he was, but luckily nobody did. That's my short Mamo Pray tale. I obviously didn't work there too long, but it wasn't because of that, no. It was just an in-between job. But it was fun doing things like that. And with that, Mamo Pray is going to go downstairs and try to...
Who knew that Mamo Pray was a prankster, says Richie Poole.
Oh, God. I was worse than that. You could never say to me in my younger days, I dare you. Could not handle it. It was Thanksgiving. My father owned a restaurant and bar. It was a bar that maybe had a few sandwiches. But on the holidays, there were a lot of people in the neighborhood that were alone. They didn't have big families, or their families lived somewhere else. So on Thanksgiving, my stepmother would make this really big turkey and a whole bunch of vegetables, and there were maybe 40 people there for dinner. Well, one of their friends, who was, let's just say, a bit older than me and a bit younger than them, he was sitting all dressed up in his suit or sport jacket, and I was drinking, I think it was a Harvey Warbanger. It had like this really sweet, maybe grenadine in it. I don't know what it was. And it grenadine and orange juice and some kind of liquor, maybe vodka. I don't know. And I walked over, standing next to him, and he, I don't know if he splashed water in my face or something, but I picked the drink up and like put it over his head. I had no intentions of dumping it until he said, "I dare you." Boom! Couldn't help myself. Oh, that was Skippy. Do you remember Skippy? Yes. Yeah. Anyway, again, I think I was pre-20 in doing that. I maybe 19. Just don't say I dare you. All right, but now I'm old and I wouldn't do those things anymore. So you could say I dare you all you want. I won't do it. Okay, bye, guys.
Take care, Mama.
I'm going down to.
You gonna be down there a bit, or? Okay.
Pantry or whatever
Yeah.
stuff is.
Okay.
I don't eat food.
Arabic Saunders is vertebrae. Just want to say I've had a rough week as well, and you've helped me through it. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Arabic. Wesley, I love Mamo Prey stories. I tell you, she, so many people. She would. There was this thing. What was it? She would get people to say these words or phrases. She's like, say these, and then she would say it as quickly as you can. I remember she used to get a lot of people with this. Awa, tana, sayam. So repeat that. Awa, taiwa, sayam. And you just say it over and over and over again as fast as you can. And awatanasayam, awatanasayam. And then eventually people would realize what they were saying. What an ass I am. And they would laugh. And Mama Prey would crack up. She would, I don't know how she'd get people to do it. It was like in the 1980s, people didn't think twice. Like you would tell them, say these words, and they didn't think about what they were saying. Like now, if somebody told me to say, phrases I didn't understand, the first thing I'd be thinking is, okay, what am I really going to be saying? Like, I understand this prank. But in the 1980s, people didn't, I guess, they just didn't think about it like that. And you could get all these otherwise reputable people to say these phrases over and over and over again. And they took forever before they understood what they were saying. And Mama Prey used to just laugh. She'd get people to do it all the time. Wesley has been having a rough year. Wes, I'm sure you have, Wes. Working like you do in the conditions that you do because of the certain thing that's going on in society. Let's face it, I don't think anybody's been having a particularly good year. Except, I guess, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. But more power to them for flying in space and stuff. But yeah, most of us have not been having a good year. I'm not surprised. So But that's the medical issues I'm dealing with, and I'm not. It's why I had a rough week. I fully hope to be back to my old self as soon as possible. Maybe already. Maybe I am already. Today's been a fairly good day. If we have a good weekend, and I know Sissopre is, well, let's put it this way. Sissopre wasn't planning on coming this weekend, but now with the flooding, I don't know. She had planned to go to Maine. She had rented a house in Maine with some friends, and I don't know if she's still planning on going or not. If she goes to Maine, and we're not going to see her this weekend, in which case I'll probably be able to get some decent sleep. If she does come, then on the plus side, I'll get to see Charlie. On the downside, I don't know what type of sleep I'll get. But either way, hopefully I'll be good for next week. And yeah, I'm excited. We've got stuff going on here. The Hillrom Hospital bed has supposedly already been delivered to a warehouse. They're waiting on a new lift, and then that stuff is supposed to get delivered, I assume, sometime next week to me. And let me tell you that I don't know that you guys are going to see a difference, but it's going to be a big ass difference for me. And then the wheelchair, we're still working on it, but it will be coming. That will be a big improvement in my life. I have every reason to be optimistic. I have every reason to be optimistic. And, well, every reason except my heart. But I have every reason to be optimistic. I am being optimistic. I'm sure my doctors will figure out the right medicines. If it takes a few extra weeks, it takes a few extra weeks. I'm here, and I don't plan on going anywhere. So thank you all for being here. I'm sorry to put you through some depressing talk if it was. I just wanted to let everybody know what was going on. Wesley says, is Joe Biden having a good year? You know, Wes, I don't even think Joe Biden would say Joe Biden's having a good year. Wesley says, we want wheelchair life videos. I know. Wesley says, number 15, make Bird go outside. I wish, Wes, I wish. Today, I tell you, today would have been the day. Today would have been the day to get outside. It's a beautiful day. Although, with autumn coming up, hopefully we're going to get even nicer days. We had a cool, crisp 59 degrees this morning. Oh, what a perfect it was. I miss days like this. I truly, truly miss Karoga. The fresh country air, the mountains, the trees, the noises, the forest, the animals, the musky house, the fireplace. Oh man, the sounds and the smells and the images of Karoga gets me through times like this. And it really is a beautiful place. And one day, if my ship ever sails, if my ship ever comes in, right? If I hit the lottery, or I somehow become a giant internet sensation and make a killing, you guys, you originals, you people who've been here from the beginning, you're all going to get somehow, somebody's going to track you down, And after the pandemic's over and people can travel again, an all expense paid ticket to actual Caroga, New York, where I'm going to put everybody up on the property and we're just going to hang out in the forest and we'll get some Wi-Fi, but we all hang out in Caroga and look at the stars and just, point out at shit in the night sky, and we'll have Star Trek playing on a big blow up screen somewhere, and that'll be it. It'll be BirdCon. It'll be BirdCon #1, and you guys will all have a free ticket there. And I hope to see everybody. And I'll be walking with my exoskeleton suit, or even better, flying with my jetpack. Because what the fuck? As long as we're going big, we might as well go really big. I will fly over the crowd in my jetpack, and you can all bow down to me, the Emperor of Caroga, as I wave to the crowds. Anyway, with that, you can tell I've gone a little off the deep end. Wes says if I had the money, I would get you the house. I have a house. We have a house in Caroga, Wes. It's a family has the house. Richie Pools says take us with you, Bird of Prey, when you make it big. The thing is the problem is getting in the house with a wheelchair. It's not wheelchair accessible. Why is the Bird Prey in a wheelchair tank? Arabic says, sounds fantastic. Ashcad BirdCon 1. Richie Pools is Bird of Prey. Can we all wear Star Trek TOS pajamas? The ladies can, Richie. The ladies can. Qapla, hello world. Yes, yelling hello world. Qapla, all bird out. I will. Tomorrow, Cinema Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? And then Sunday, The Twilight Zone. We continue with season 1. Hope to see you guys there. Bird out. But wait, there's more. The video might be over, but there's more fun to be had. First, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked that bell icon to get notifications of new videos in your YouTube feed. Share this video on social media to help this channel fight the algorithm that favors big media. Also check out www.birdoprey5.com for links to my other channels, various social media accounts, merch store, Dear BOP affiliate links, and all your Bird of Prey 5 needs. At the main Bird of Prey 5 YouTube channel, you can find all sorts of live streams and unlisted videos, YouTube membership options, and a community section with polls and updates on the channel. On the secondary channel, Bird of Prey 5X, you can find overflow content that doesn't always make the main channel. Subscribe to both channels, please. Thanks for watching. Remember, I stream almost every day. This is Bird of Prey 5 saying goodbye, world. Until next time. I probably should have thought that out better. Hail Sassy, hail Charlie, and of course, hail Caroga. Okay, maybe no flying jetpack.